are here to watch Shepard get frustrated at people and see what we can do with that. So, let's do that. Let's keep going. Haven't caught any of the live matches, just the practice sessions. Yeah. Well, if you ever have any questions, like practice sessions, you know, they're there for practice, right? So I'm happy to pay attention to chat and stay involved with people, even if I'm all ostensibly trying to focus and get a good time. But the races have been really good. The races have definitely been good. Yo, Marshana, thank you for the 83 months of continued support. Very much appreciated. Welcome back to the Adventuring Party. Kicked ass in my race. Yeah, sure, we'll call it that. It was a very close one, so I'm really glad I did as well as I did. It was a nail biter. But yeah, I felt pretty good with my performance, and pulled it out at the end. So that's great. All right, where are we here? I guess we should talk to Kelly and see if Kelly has any news for us.
How may I help you, Commander?
How's the crew?
Is there anything I should know?
Nothing right now. Anything else, Commander?
Nope.
That'll be all.
That's it.
I'll be here if you need anything.
Where are we for journals? So we have Jacob and Zaid's side quests, and then we gotta go meet Samara the Justicar, who may or may not provide a side quest at some point. And then we can go stop the collectors. Garrus is still calibrating. Garrus is not still calibrating. Garrus has finally deigned to talk to me. And he's doing research so we can eventually hook up. Because cross-species hookups are not as simple as they might seem when Asari aren't involved. I have not gotten into his pants yet. From what people are telling me, the way it works is whatever crew member you're dating is kind of a one-off sort of romantic interlude just before you start going into like the final mission and stuff, rather than it being an ongoing thing. So like if I were to, you know, be more involved with Jacob or something, it would also be sort of this like slow build until we got to something at the end. Whereas with Garrus, it's been like really straightforward. It's been this sort of like you know, Shepard was very forward, which I appreciate. Finally, Shepard coming out and saying what she wants. And Garrus was like kind of embarrassed and also like intrigued by the idea. Not like, you know, excited and turned on, but like, yeah, why shouldn't we hook up kind of attitude. Having talked to Mordin about it. I've not talked to Mordin about it. I don't know that I've talked to Mordin since we got back from his mission. I assume we did, but I don't think he has much else to say at this point. But talking to Mordin is always a good time.
How can I help?
Have you got a minute to talk?
Yes, good timing, in fact. Excellent. Made breakthrough. Can share results while next samples grow.
Oh, really?
Hate waiting for culture analysis. Never fast enough. Usually no result in advance. Just checking work. Have to be careful. Getting off track. Discovery. Based on Prothean collector connection, can examine technology, chart Reaper species modification, fall of Protheans.
Oh. Okay, I'm interested.
Tell me what happened.
Early stages similar to indoctrination. Can guess captured Protheans lost intelligence over several cloned generations.
Interesting.
Cybernetic augmentation widespread afterward. As Protheans failed, Reapers added tech to compensate. Mental capacity almost gone, replaced by overworked sensory input transfers. Transmitting data to masters.
Okay, so the implication here is that the Reapers did actually wipe out the collectors to a man, and then cloned them and used the clones as their slaves. And then some byproduct of the cloning process, maybe intentional, maybe not, caused the collectors to lose autonomy, to lose intelligence. And then the Reapers replaced those with machine parts, with cybernetics, right? So the master, the one remaining, like, what is it, the hegemon or whatever he calls himself, the master collector, the one that takes over, that's not just the random drones, is probably like either a Reaper directly or being controlled by a Reaper directly, something like that. is my guess. So there's really not, yeah, based on that, it doesn't sound like there's much to save there, right? Like there's not, they're all, you know, vegetables basically, if it weren't for the collector, the Reapers controlling
Is there
them.
anything we can do to help them?
No. No glands replaced by tech. No digestive system replaced by tech. No soul replaced by tech. Whatever they were, gone forever. Understand now? No art, no culture, closer to husks than slaves. Tools for Reapers. Protheans dead. Collectors just final insult. Must be destroyed.
All right.
I didn't think you needed any more motivation than you already had to stop the Collectors.
Enjoyed challenge. Saw necessity of attack on Collectors after Plague on Omega. Their work, my people. Hard to care about two armies. One wins, one loses. Always work to do after. Now, have more context. See what Collectors are. Wasn't looking for other work before. Don't mean to imply that. Just committed now. Won't let you down.
Yeah. Well then.
What is it about the Collectors' modifications that bothers you so much?
Disrupts socio-technological balance. All scientific advancement due to intelligence overcoming, compensating for limitations. Can't carry a load, so invent wheel. Can't catch food, so invent spear. Limitations. No limitations, no advancement. No advancement, culture stagnates. Works other way, too. Advancement before culture is ready. Disastrous. Saw it with Krogan. Uplifted by Solarians. Disastrous. Our fault.
You blame the Solarians for what the Krogan did?
Yes, like giving nuclear weapons to cavemen. Krogan unprepared for spaceflight, technological advance. Krogan could have evolved alone, worked out aggression, been ready to use new tech responsibly. Instead, Solarians came, disrupted Krogan culture, used Krogan as blunt instrument against Rachni. Short-sighted. Foolish.
That I agree with, actually. Like, the genophage aside, right? The sterilization of the Krogan, whatever the Solarians have done to Krogan culture, the uplift of the Krogan, when the Krogan were still as aggressive as they were, was definitely a
I
mistake.
feel that way. Why did you work on the genophage modification?
Talked before. Best option. That or kill them all. If around during first contact, would have argued against it. Wasn't there then. Do what I can.
Do what I can. Yeah, alright. Fair enough.
You said the Collectors had no art. I had no idea you cared about that kind of thing.
Personal interest negligible. Sang a little. Multi-species productions for cultural exploration. Gilbert and Sullivan always had me do the patter song. Cultural artistic expression.
Oh my
reflects
god, yeah, I can
philosophical
imagine
evolution,
Morden
interest in
doing
growth,
Modern Major
perspective,
General. Wow.
Observation, interpretation. Suspect you won't see any art in Collector base. Culturally dead. Tools for Reapers. Worse than the Geth.
I'm sorry, I know that was important, but you perform Gilbert and Sullivan?
I am the very model of a scientist Solarian. I've studied species Turian, Asari, and Batarian. I'm quite good at genetics as a subset of biology because I am an expert, which I know is a tautology.
My God.
Science studies range from urban to agrarian. I am the very model of a scientist Solarian.
Amazing. Well, thank you for this. That's incredible. Yeah, wild. Holy crap. Yeah, that was exactly what I needed. Thank you.
Thanks for sharing what you've learned, Morden.
Proud to be here, Shepard. Thank you for including me.
Wow. Morden's incredible. Just absolutely incredible. What a character. Holy crap. Alright, nothing new there. There was someone that sold random... I mean, we have a bunch of money. We should probably go back and... we don't have a bunch of money. We have 73k credits. That's not a bunch of money. That is some money. Alright, so maybe we're not immediately going back and buying stuff from various places. I thought we were still sitting on like 200k credits, but I guess I spent it. I would believe that. Yeah, that interaction is wild. No fish. The fish are still gone. I did get a new model though. Right? And I steal the model from wherever I was. He has some great commentary about me and Garrus. Oh, that's excellent. Okay. Yeah, my intent is broadly to keep talking to everybody. There's still quite a few people, well, not quite a few, I guess it's Jacob and Zaid, who I haven't done their quest for, so they're just sitting there being like, hey, when you have time, we should do a thing. But I could go and talk to everybody else. I haven't gone and talked to Miranda in forever. I mostly haven't cared what she has to say, but, like, this seems like as good a time as any to go and make the rounds and see if anybody has anything interesting to say.
What can I do for you?
Do you have a minute, Miranda?
Of course. I'd been meaning to speak with you, in fact.
Really? Hello?
I wanted to apologize.
Fine.
I didn't fully believe you'd be up to the task, and it seems I was wrong. Frankly, based on what I've seen, I wish Cerberus had recruited you earlier.
Don't want to stare at her butt. There's a lot of nice butts to stare at. I don't need to stare at Miranda's butt specifically.
I trust you, but I don't trust Cerberus. Your experiments cross the line.
All the time, yes. But I recall a Spectre who crossed a few lines while hunting down Saren and the Geth, and we'd be lucky to have you. Too many join us out of simple xenophobia. We need more people here for the right reasons.
What's up, Dr. Vasco?
What was Cerberus trying to prove by experimenting on children like Jack?
A mistake, no question. Not mine. And one that was corrected once we discovered the extent of the experiments being performed.
Yeah, I kind of agree, Mirjana. It does seem like Miranda is, a lot of the time, just there to be eye candy. Like, she is mostly a fully fleshed out character, but a lot of her time on screen is definitely spent being, you know, like, under the male gaze of the camera.
I saw your bases years ago. You were using Rachni, Thorian creepers, even husks to make your own army.
The husks were already dead. The Thorian creatures were mindless, and the Rachni were abandoned once we understood their intelligence. We weren't breeding an army, we were breeding expendable shock troops for high-risk scenarios.
What's the difference between
How
that
many
and an army?
soldiers died in Saren's attack on Eden Prime? How many would have lived if we'd had just a dozen Rachni soldiers on our side?
With your intelligence, you could have landed any job you wanted. Why choose this?
Because I still envy the time Morden spent with the Special Tasks Group, working with people as smart as he was. Cerberus never tells me that something is impossible. They give me my resources and say do it. And they've given you even more. A new life, a new ship, the elusive man's personal attention.
She's jealous.
The best thing he did was to put you on my squad.
You'd have done fine without me. I may not have believed it before, but I don't have what you do. That fire that makes someone willing to follow you into hell itself.
Miranda is smart, competent, and utterly lacking in charisma.
My father got me the best genes money could buy. Guess it wasn't enough.
You always bring up your genetic tailoring. It really bothers you, doesn't it?
This is what I am, Shepard. I can't hide it. The intelligence, the looks, even the biotics. He paid for all of that. Every one of your accomplishments is due to your skill. The only things I can take credit for are my mistakes.
You're not coasting on good genes, Miranda. Your ability and your dedication speak for themselves.
Thank you,
Yeah.
Commander.
I mean, obviously she
Appreciate
looks
that.
gorgeous, but
I should get back to work, but thank you for coming by.
I mean that's part of her thing, right? Like, the physical expression is all there, and she just doesn't get along with people the same way. Dr. Chakwas still doesn't have anything to do. I mean, we shared the bottle of brandy, and that's kind of it. That's kind of been it, right? We haven't gotten much else out of her. Maybe now
How
there's
may I
something.
help you, Commander?
No. This is, yeah, I don't think there's ever going to be anything with her until, like, an actual other
I'll
quest
see you
comes
later,
up,
Doctor.
which I don't
Come
think
on.
another one will. I think we've got everything with her that we're going to. Alright, good night, Mirjana. I think if we talk to Garrus, it's going to be the same, like, you have the option to back out of sleeping with him, and then Shepard gives an awkward smile when I don't. Shepard's got the weirdest smile. How's Thane doing? We haven't talked to you in a while.
Do you need something?
Have a few minutes to talk?
Very well. I had been recording a message for Kolyat.
How are things going with him?
It is difficult. All things worth keeping are. I never explained. I suppose the story of my wife's death took you by surprise.
I figured you'd explain to me when you were ready.
I appreciate your patience. I kept my work clear of our home life. I assumed that would be enough to protect Irika. That memory I mentioned before. Laser dot trembles on the target's skull. The smell of spice on a spring wind.
God.
Sunset.
This is so weird. The, like...
That was Irika. That was how I met her.
Oh,
She saw
wow.
my targeting laser as she walked by and threw herself in the way.
The reliving of the memories is such an awkward way to interact with these people.
I guess she impressed you.
She woke me up. Her body trembles. Not fear. Indignation. Her mouth moves. How dare you? You and I trained to sacrifice ourselves to save others. How often does a civilian step in the way of a bullet to protect someone they've never met? I thought she was the goddess Hirashu. She met my eyes through the scope, and my purpose faltered.
So how'd she go from blocking your shot to having your children?
I had to meet her. The memory possessed and endowed me. I fell on my knees before her, begged her pardon. She introduced me to the world beyond my work. Eventually, she forgave me. Later, she loved me.
Huh. Okay, that sounds like a heck of a story.
When you talked to Kolyat, you said she died.
I let myself become complacent. I thought Irika and Kolyat were safe. I stayed away too long, and my enemies came for her.
Who came for her?
Batarians. A slaver raid.
Why is it always
I
Batarians?
killed their leaders. They
God,
burned the shadow
do they
to
have
find
no
who I was.
good people
They were afraid of
that are members of the Batarian race? Like, every time we hear about Batarians, they're always being evil. Always. It's just like... Do they exist solely in order to be scapegoats? No redeeming factors for any member of the Batarian race?
You told Kolyat that you hunted her killers down.
Irika woke me up. When she passed, I returned to my battle sleep. My body hunted her killers, murdered them. I was taught to grant death quickly, cleanly, to minimize suffering. Them, I let them linger.
You were operating on instinct. By your own rules, you can't blame yourself.
But I made the choice to hunt them.
Some of your best friends are
Taking my own
Batarians?
choice.
I have yet to meet a Batarian
Death's
that I would
my
want to
own
be friends with.
conscience. I haven't spoken about my wife, and I don't think I ever have. I didn't have anyone left to tell it to.
Maybe I haven't been as upfront as I should be. I'm here for you, Thane. Whatever you need.
You are very kind.
Is that an attempt at
Thank you for
flirting?
listening, Siha.
I
Siha.
think my translator just glitched. What did you call me?
Siha. Someday I'll tell you what it means.
We got a musical sting. That usually doesn't happen during conversations. That's cool. Wow, things are a lot more open in this game than I expected. It seems like almost anybody is a relevant potential dating partner, which is really cool. Starboard observation deck still locked. I guess that's where the Justicar shows up. No. As near as I can tell, they're not going to let you sleep with everybody. So, Garrus is my obvious pick. Like, well, we'll see what the Asari is like, but Garrus is my obvious pick. let's go talk to Tali. Everybody loves Tali. Nothing? No random banter? Man, we ran them out of banter.
Shepard, what can I do for you?
Have you got time to talk?
I really need to clean up this engine. Maybe later?
I'll let you work.
Talk to you later.
But, yeah, Thane is not on the top of my list. There are, what, 3, 4 people that I would rather jump into bed with than Thane? Thane's a little weird.
Hey,
Tell me about you, Jack.
I'm done talking. Come back later.
I should
All right.
go.
Okay, talk later.
I should go. Yeah, that's a part of it. That's a part of it. That's so weird to interact with. Like, you're just having a conversation with him and he just gets lost in his own head, recounting what he's living through. That's tough to deal with. How you doing, Grunt?
Shepard.
Just checking in. How are you doing?
I was just sitting here thinking. The picture, I'm finally starting to get it. There's a tank imprint, the battle at Canrum. A dead Turian, stripped. You don't see them out of their armor much. A Krogan boot on his head, and a claw hammer. It's under the brow plate, pulling it back, right? Eyes have gone black, and you see tension in the muscle. You can feel it ready to snap. I get it.
You find Thane hot? I mean, just purely physically, sure. Like, everybody in this game is attractive, right? But he's intense in a way that I find a little off-putting.
Canrum isn't ringing a bell.
Death of Shiagar, female warlord. Turians killed her, so they were hunted down and made examples. Even if they won the war, it was the last push before the rebellions ended.
Maybe I had to be there, but I don't get the joke.
There's no joke. It's just great. It's a Turian, and he's being torn apart for what they did. I felt nothing before, but now I get it. It was a good fight. The enemy was destroyed to punish them all and send a message. I get it. I hate Turians. I thought you'd be glad.
Thought you'd be glad? Alright, maybe this is some great Krogan progression, but like, this is not what a human being, wants to hear.
I don't know if I'll be coming down here for these talks anymore.
Whatever. Don't have to be friends to fight good enemies. Just thought you'd like to know I'm finding reasons for my own battles.
That's fair, actually.
Shepard.
Just checking in. How are you doing?
Humans talk too much. Like the tank. Come back later.
That's all for now.
Shepard.
Shepard. Rex. We could go talk to Zaid, and he's just going to tell me that he's got a thing that we should do. So, I guess that's everybody. Which means, let's figure out if we're doing Zaid's thing or Jacob's thing. But it is time to do one or the other.
No messages for you, Commander.
Happy to hear it. Alright, we have fully completed DACA. Great news. Did I do Lair of the Shadow Broker yet? I did, in fact. Yeah, we got through all of Liara's stuff there. That was really cool, actually. I'm gonna go back and visit Liara at some point, but we haven't gone back there yet. Alright, I spotted Zaid's thing before I spotted Jacob's thing. So let's go do Zaid's thing. Yeah, that ended up being really cool, especially Liara taking over at the end. I thought that was really neat. Polino, Volturno. I have apparently been to some of these planets, but not all of these planets? Fascinating. Why would I do that? Metaponto! Hydrogen-helium gas giant, Metaponto has developed a helium-3 fueling station funded by Elcor business interests, who hope to bring enough attention to the system to attract terraforming investors, and thus eventually develop Volturno as a habitable world. Thus far, they have met with little success. Understandable.
Probe away.
So, Elcor business interests, huh? Polino remains undeveloped while its sister planet, Metaponto, garners all the attention. This wasn't always the case. In 2180, news stories seeded through the extranet claimed that the element Zero being found on Polino's moons in record loads turned out to be a scam spread by the Duna Warachum Consortium, an Elcor corporation trying to scare up investors. After a small fleet of space probes scouted the area, the hype quickly deflated, and the myth only persists now in unwanted extranet email messages. It's already depleted. Oh yeah, we've definitely been here. Neat. Vecchio. Moderately sized terrestrial world with a thin, hot atmosphere of carbon dioxide and nitrogen. That doesn't sound like fun. Initial surveys found trace amounts of iridium, but little else of interest in the silica desert sands that cover much of the surface of the planet. On a recent tour, the Alliance surveyor ship Coop discovered a group of partial graves hidden in the equatorial mountain ranges. The ancient skeletons of the burial sites are obviously humanoid, but incomplete and poorly preserved, which has made them difficult to identify. Fragments of primitive ceramic grave goods were also found nearby. This raises further questions about who once traveled to this inhospitable planet, as the closest garden world, Volturno, has no intelligent life. Human universities are planning further archaeological investigations. Cool. So when they say humanoid, they mean like bipedal primate kind of shape? Which, like, there's a lot of races that fit that description. And even if they're not, you know, obviously primates, I don't know that if it's incomplete and poorly preserved, you would necessarily be able to tell at first glance the difference between a human skeleton or a Turian skeleton or a Solarian skeleton or a Vorcha skeleton or whatever, right? Like, obviously some differences, but if it's poorly preserved, you might not be able to spot those. Give me the iridium. Damn, this planet had like 20k iridium on it. We're not lying about how rich it was in iridium. Lepini, a hydrogen methane gas giant. Lepini and its moons have been cursorily scanned by space probes, and found to have little in the way of rare resources. The galaxy at large considers it unremarkable. Surprisingly few descriptions like this. I would expect most places to be unremarkable. I would expect most places to just be random floating rocks. But they have a lot to say about a lot of different places.
Launching probe.
Alright, to Faya, so we can help Zaid. Hito. While the ice mines of Viantel make a great deal of profit from ships passing through Faya's mass relay, the real money is made at Hito. As the only gas giant in the Faya gateway system, Hito is heavily developed by rival helium-3 mining concerns. The world has 3 major and 26 minor moons, each of which is claimed by a different company. Those based on moons deeper into the gravity well tend to specialize on helium-3 extraction and refining, while those on the farther moons specialize in refueling services and shipment. The local economy is driven by... Excuse me. The local economy is driven by black marketeering, backroom deals, and cutthroat business, as are most local economies. It's not like they do a lot in terms of overarching government presence, right? Most places are lawless frontiers, with the exception of major cities, it seems. Each company attempts to sabotage its rivals' facilities while protecting their own moon. This has led to open corporate warfare 3 times in the last century. It's a lot of corporate warfare. All the major mercenary groups have offices in the Hito planetary system, though the Blue Suns enjoy a home team advantage, shipping in cheap logistical supplies from Zoria. Yeah, alright.
Probe away.
A lot of fighting, which means mercenaries get a lot of action. Decently profitable. Oh, there it is. 1, 2, 3. Ah, there is a 4th one close to the planet. Okay. Should give us lore quizzes? I would get everything wrong. Though a dwarf planet, Viantel's large amounts of water have led to heavy development by water cracking industries seeking to turn the planet into hydrogen-oxygen fuel for starship thrusters. The surface is blanketed with habitation modules, mining equipment, and cracking stations. You know what I haven't played in a long time? Is Dyson Sphere Project. I kind of want to go back to that game at some point. I know they did an update with, like, actual enemies in the game. Maybe I should start that again. That game was cool. Since the initial settlement of Ilium in the nearby Tassail system, the radius of Viantel has decreased by 2 kilometers, indicating removal of over 72,000 cubic kilometers of ice. Damn. They're just gonna mine out the entire planet. The whole planet will be gone. They'll just cart it away. Some groups are concerned that the rate of loss may cause instability in the remaining structure. Yeah, I would be concerned about that as well. That sounds concerning. Quick, loot it while it's still there.
Probe launched.
What's up, Caliban? Yo, I saw you in the Time Spinner race chat. Thanks for dropping by. I always appreciate people supporting my other stuff, so happy to see people around. Imayan is a small cratered rock. Its crust contains various light metals, though none in any concentration worth the trouble of mining. While the rest of the Phi system has seen extensive industrialization, Imayan lies fallow. Catch a bit of their commentary this morning. Yeah. I definitely need to go back and watch the races that I missed today. There were 3 races that I missed. I intended to catch the last one and got there just in time for the race to be pretty much ending. Not feeling the best, have been online a lot. Yeah, I understand. Oh, so not been online a lot. Okay, honestly, that can go either way. Like, feeling depressed, so spending a bunch of time on my phone, absolutely understandable. Versus, like, not feeling good, so not been on the computer, like, also understandable. I get it. Either way. Either way, that statement makes sense.
Probe launched.
Well, anyway, happy to see you, and glad you are getting back online. The speakers turned off. Wild. Alright, Zoria, here we go. This is the spot. Mud, sweat, and spores is how Blue Sun's mercenaries characterize the planet that gave birth to their home office. Is this a Zorcha planet? Who lives here? Mud, sweat, and spores? This lush garden world is known for its heavy plant and fungal life, creating spectacular jungle zones over much of its 8 continents. Despite persistent problems with rot and rust, Zoria attracts investors and corporations from all throughout the galaxy, since it has exploited only a fraction of its potential resources. The Blue Suns dominate security contracts on Zoria, so much that residents describe them less like a monopoly and more like a conquering regime. Alright, let's go kill some Blue Suns. That sounds like a Zaid mission. Alright, Zaid and Kasumi, let's go. Spend points. Still not spending 2 points here. I think my next set of points, I think I'm saving up for a bigger incinerate. Zaid has a lot of points to spend. We are definitely going all the way up here. And getting weapon damage. Yes. Please be better at shooting. You need at least 1 point in disruptor ammo. I don't know about any more points in disruptor ammo. Extra bonuses to shield and synthetic damage is fine, but I'd rather have concussive shot. It doesn't need to be a heavier hit. Having a AoE is much nicer. What buddies I don't have? I don't have Samara the Justicar. And then there is one extra spot, and I don't know who belongs there. And then Kasumi, we can put points into Overload, if that mattered. I'd rather put points into the Flashbang Grenade, because her Flashbang Grenade is wild. Oh, but this is actually like a qualitative difference. You actually get stuns on Overload too. So I guess we'll give you Overload too. And I don't know what to do about loadouts, because I don't know what the difference is between any weapons. So they'll just have whichever weapons they have, and hopefully that'll be good enough. I think it probably auto-equips them with new weapons as I get them. That's what it seemed like. What are we looking for, buddy? Liberate the refinery.
Tapping into Blue Sun's communications. Stay tight and look out for ambushes.
Remind me what this mission is about? Before he was hired by Cerberus, Zaid had taken a mission to go to Zoria and liberate an Eldfell Ashland refinery from the Blue Suns. Ah, okay. So he had a job that he was committed to before he was hired. And now that we've gone, now we're going out to make sure that he can commit to the Cerberus stuff wholeheartedly without worrying about his other work. Okay, great. Love it. All right. There's probably not anything back here. Like, in the middle of the jungle, there doesn't seem to be, like, there would be lootables or anything. Probably don't need to worry too much about, you know, exploring random territory. But let's head over to the refinery and beat up some Blue Suns.
Squad Bravo, a shuttle landed near your location. Check it out.
Who's Vito?
Here we go. Keep close.
Got some trees to hide behind. Yo, dead bodies? I love
Shot
it.
in the back and left to rot. That's definitely Vito's style. Let's push ahead.
All right. Well, I guess we need to be worried about Vito. And or Blue Suns.
Command to Bravo, take a position. Likely these people are not runaways.
I can't punch the Pyjak? Aren't they vermin? Why can't I punch the Pyjak? I could punch the Pyjak on the Krogan planet. I guess that was supposed to be a jump scare. Like, I'm supposed to be really tense here, and the Pyjak running across the thing is like, oh my god, something happened. Not that worried about it. If people come up, I'll shoot them. It's pretty easy. Relatively straightforward.
Report to base. Armed intruders incoming at the southern checkpoint.
Ooh. Okay, well, let's,
Cloaking! Can't do that right now.
Who else is out here? Ah, there they are. This? Terrible news. Still some more up.
Going silent.
Oh, I should, okay, you're already using the disruptor ammo. Great. Let's put this up here. And flashbang, and we'll get overload here to knock out people's shields. That sounds lovely. And if they don't have shields, they don't matter. We can just shadow strike them.
Reinforcements incoming. We got your backs.
They sure are. They don't hold a candle to me and my power. Nice flashbang. Got him. Hey, free money. Cool, so there are random lootables in the jungle. Okay, well, I guess we'll keep exploring the jungle for random lootables. Very out of the way cover. All squads fall back, huh? Bridge control.
This is Commander Santiago. If any of you retreat while the intruders are still alive, I'll kill you myself. Now get the hell back out there!
Vito. Sounds like he hasn't changed.
I get the feeling you have a past with this, Vito.
I knew he was a sadistic bastard back when we started the Blue
Oh,
Suns.
that's right. Zaid is a
Sons
founding
only
member
got
of the
mean
Blue
after He
Suns.
staged his little coup 20 years ago. So yeah, we have a past.
Wait, did I not know this?
Why didn't anyone tell me you founded the Blue Suns?
Because it's not common knowledge. Vito wiped me out of the records. He ran the books, I led the men. Worked real well for a while. Then Vito decided to start hiring Batarians. Cheaper labor, he said. Goddamn terrorists, I said.
Yeah, I'm kind of with Zaid on this one.
20 years is a long time to hold a grudge.
A grudge? Vito turned my men against me. He paid 6 of them to restrain me.
Kasumi's just out here like, this is not my argument. I'm not involved with any of
I've
this.
seen that bastard every time I closed my eyes. Every time I sighted down on a target. Every time I heard a gunshot. Don't you call that a goddamn grudge?
You survived a gunshot to the head?
Yeah. And you survived your ship getting disabled.
Kasumi's just back there being eye candy, like, whatever.
A person can survive just about anything.
A weird choice for a shot.
Anesthetic.
We better get moving.
They're at the southern axis. All squads
Framing.
mass at the
True.
gatehouse. Now!
They know we're here.
Are we surprised?
Bring it on, you son of a bitch.
Okay. I guess this got personal. Why is Vito here, actually? Oh, I guess we're on Zoria. Like, the actual home base. So I guess it's not unreasonable for Vito to be here, considering how many other places we've fought the Blue Suns without seeing Vito.
Squads Charlie, Delta, mass on the gatehouse.
Mass on the gatehouse. Is this the gatehouse? Oh, there's somebody here. We've got a welcoming party.
Sonny, you finally tracked me down.
Vito.
Don't be stupid, Zaid. I have a whole company of bloodthirsty bastards behind me, ready to kill or be killed on my command. Actually, take your shot. Give my men a reason to put you down like the mad dog you are. Again.
Wow, he took his shot.
What was that? Gone nearsighted, old friend.
Burn, you son of a bitch.
your death warrant, Masani.
Not like that's the first time. Alright, so now everything is on fire.
What are you doing?
Wow, some real protagonist energy to Zaid.
Opening the gate.
We don't sacrifice lives for the sake of the mission. There's always a better way.
Like what? Wandering out in the jungle for hours looking for another way in. You want to waste time out here? Go ahead. I'm gonna kill Vito.
You're endangering lives.
Oh,
And
Paragon? I get to punch people now?
You really want to do this, Shepard?
I ought to knock you the hell out. Thanks to you, we have a burning refinery to save.
Let these people burn. Vito dies, whatever the cost.
Oh. That's, not how I expected that to go. I mean, we're gonna kill all of the Blue Suns, regardless.
Gotcha.
Although we should do our best to not be on fire while we do so. The fire seems a little dangerous. There have been so many times it's flashed up the renegade thing for very clearly punch this dude in the face or shoot this guy while he's talking. Kind of surprised to see Paragon punch. Ooh, that's a lot of collapsing. Yeah, that might be it for the refinery. We might be out of refinery at this point. Oh, is that gonna keep happening? This mission sucks. I'm gonna stick to the edge of the rooms, I guess. Sometimes you gotta try to punch the bad right out of it, dude. Zaid is a bad enough dude.
Help! We're trapped! We can't get to the gas valves to shut them off! The whole place is gonna blow!
No time. Vito's probably halfway to the shuttle docks by now.
You're willing to watch these people die?
Damn right I am. We stop to help these people and Vito gets away. And if he gets away, I'm blaming you.
We're here to free these people. We're going in.
I thought this was Zaid's
This
mission.
is a mistake. If we're gonna do this, we'd better get to it.
Why am I in control of Zaid here? Alright, save some trapped workers, and Vito's gonna get away, and Zaid's gonna be mad about it. But god damn it, I'm a Paragon. Need them blue numbers. That's fire. Sometimes I wonder. Sometimes it feels like some of the Paragon actions are not the most moral actions. But at least in this one, yeah, saving the people feels pretty Paragon. This seems like some appropriate blue number stuff. Yeah, everything's on fire. Yo, this place sucks. Fuel control. Did we get to the valve? Was that the deal? We're better at this than the workers here? Alright, I'm just gonna keep clicking stuff until it works. For some value of works. Oh, sure, yeah, I'll just steal stuff out of the refinery too. That sounds very Paragon. okay. I can't breathe, huh? Sucks to be you. Man, I should have brought somebody with biotics. You could just handle this stuff remotely instead of needing to walk all the way up here. Guess we're not going across here? Yeah, okay, that's a little on fire. We'll go around. It's fine. No problems.
I'll take it.
Heavy weapon ammo. Okay. Alright, now we can go stop Vito. You're welcome! Okay, what's back here then? Nothing? Doors? Doors we can't open. Love that. So anybody see any Vitos around here? M451 Firestorm.
Interesting.
It's for me. Me alone. Oh. Oh, it's a flamethrower. That's cool. Sticking to my sniper for now, but okay. Really? I can't loot anything off this desk? Desk's not lootable?
That was painful.
Heads up.
No, we're gonna go back to the nuke. Firestorm, all well and good. But, like, I want to nuke whole rooms. It sounds way more fun. More salvage? More salvage? More people to shoot? I don't know what this is. That's weird. This is somebody's desk just staring at this, like, vault door? Man, I do not understand anything about this. That's alright. I don't need to. We just need to shoot Vito. That's all I need.
First person to bring me Masani's head gets something special in their paycheck.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Okay, get over here.
Now you see.
Take a name now, Zaid. Maybe I'll forget this ever happened. Let that loser die, Shepard. You can walk out of here alive. Going to cover! Never should have come here, Zaid. Did you forget who you were dealing with?
Damn it. Keep ending out, like, in the middle of danger. Oh boy.
How'd you like that?
How are you alive? I had to shoot you twice? Out of ammo. Terrible news.
Hell of a shot.
Going dark.
Firing in this
those shields.
Whoa. What? How did they flank me? How did they get there? What? Man. Apparently my tactics need work. They keep coming from all over the place in this mission.
First person to bring me Masani's head.
Alright, let's try coming from this side instead. Try not hit them.
Watch where you're shooting.
Yeah, listen, lady, I've got a sniper rifle, okay? I know where I'm shooting. I've got a scope. Maybe you should not get in the way.
Going dark.
Should be using throwing. Bop. Such a satisfying button, though.
This'll put him down.
Never should have come here, Zaid. Did you forget?
Yeah, there's just another door that they're coming in from.
Get ready, Zaid.
Firing an impact shot.
On our left. Gotcha.
Hostile down.
Oh boy.
Going dark.
Explosions are a problem.
That fuel tank's coming loose. Shoot it. Bring it down.
Nope. Ah! Oh my god! Like, I got comboed. Like, I got stunned by the fire and then I couldn't move. Wow. Didn't let you make heads explode. I mean, that is how I play this game. I do like sniping. Alright, we just gotta not ever get that close to anybody. This isn't... We just need to never go out there, is what it sounds like.
You brought Shepard with you, and you still don't have a chance.
Just trust my allies to keep that side covered. Let's see, actually...
Lights out.
Let's see, let's have you cover that side. In fact, maybe I can have you hang out here.
I can cover.
And Kasumi will just keep walking around wherever she wants.
How'd you like that? Oof.
Oh, he died? He just died? Better him than me, I guess.
Coming. Ooh. That has to hurt. Going silent.
This'll put him down.
Down you go.
Alright, I have better visibility from back here, so that should be fine.
Shoot it. Bring it down on top of him.
him down.
Hang on. I need to swap that. I want the flashbang to be on 3. Need to go refill ammo. And then get back behind cover. Any more? There's a lot of enemies showing up here. No, we're okay. Whoa, okay.
Up ahead.
Firing an impact shot.
Okay, I guess it's time for the big gun. I saw 3 bars there. Oh, that was bad. I definitely missed a little bit there.
Firing concussive shot.
Okay, yeah, that was his entire health bar. That's great. Love headshots. Anybody else? I think that might have been everybody. Oh, there's so many doors. Where are we going? Are all of these just... These are probably all just empty rooms, aren't they? Oh, no, they're not. Oh, but they lead to doors that I can't open. Okay, sure. We should check them anyway, though, just in case there's loot. You never know, there might be loot. This explains why people kept flanking me and I didn't understand where they were coming from. Ah, there's totally loot! I knew it. Okay, like 20 people came out of this room. Were they all just hanging out, like milling around down here, waiting for me to show up? Weird. See, here, there's a door I can't open, right? So it makes sense, like, people would come through that door, and then come through this door and come out. That other one, that's just an empty room. There's no doors there. But, like, 20 people came out of that room over the course of that fight. A couple at a time. Oh, he's getting away. It's definitely my fault. You telling me Zaid didn't bring a rocket launcher? Of all the times for Zaid not to pack a surface-to-air missile?
You just cost me 20 years of my life. Bitch! Oh.
Zaid, you alright?
The hell do you care? I'm fine. But come on, get me out of this shithole.
Not sure I need a man like you on my ship.
If you didn't need me, Cerberus wouldn't have paid my fee. I'll do what I was paid to do. Nothing more, nothing less. Now stop screwing around. Let's go.
You put your own goals ahead of the mission. That is not.
Am I walking away? Is Paragon walk away? No way.
Don't worry about anyone else.
You're part of a team now, Zaid. There's no way we can do this unless we're all working together.
You have a point. I'm not done with Vito, but I can put that behind me long enough to get your mission.
And she's just like, wow, she is buff. Or maybe that's good armor.
Let's get the hell out of here.
If only someone was carrying a tactical nuke. Yeah, if only. Man, who would do that, though? Who would bring a tactical nuke to this kind of firefight? What kind of monster? Okay, yeah, that sure was a mission. Eldfell Ashland refinery on Zoria has been liberated, though the company will have to spend millions to rebuild. Although Vito Santiago escaped, Zaid has accepted Shepard's command and appears focused on the mission. Presumably, I could have done that in such a way that Vito died, right? Like, Vito didn't have to escape. But I definitely slowed Zaid down because I was trying to save people. So, like, if I were less blue text, then maybe Zaid would have gotten his revenge. Guess I don't know. Inferno grenade. Where's all these grenades? Launches a volatile grenade that explodes on impact, sending searing waves of flame in all directions. Its fire damage is effective against armor. Good. Unlocked new outfit for Zaid. I don't see a new outfit. I just see Zaid's face. Is this naked? Naked Zaid? Because I'm not sure I'm into that. The Firestorm! Short range. The Firestorm suppresses the regenerative capabilities of Fortune Krogan. Effective against armor, shields, and biotic barriers. It better be! It's up against everything else that's effective against armor, shields, and biotic barriers. Heavy weapon upgrade. Heck yeah. Extra heavy weapon ammo capacity. That might be enough heavy weapon ammo capacity that I can fire 2 nukes. And some money. I do like money. Pretty minor. Like, Kasumi's mission was a lot more involved.
Commander, you've received a new message at your private terminal.
Heavy muscle wave requires a heavy skin weave upgrade. Okay. Zaid was day 1 DLC. Oh, was Kasumi like later DLC? Okay. Yeah, I guess my expectations were extra high because of how Kasumi went.
Shepard, how can I help?
Have you got a minute to talk?
Actually, wanted to talk. Medical matters.
Ooh, more Mordin.
Aware that mission is dangerous. Different species react differently to stress. Sexual activity normal stress release for humans and Turians. Still, recommend caution. Warn of chafing.
I was not expecting Mordin to weigh in on me and Garrus. Okay.
You have a recommendation as a doctor?
Turians based on dextroamino acids. Human ingestion of tissue could provoke allergic reactions. Anaphylactic shock possible, so don't ingest. Also forwarding advice booklet to your quarters. Valuable
Don't
diagrams,
ingest.
positions comfortable for both species, erogenous zone overviews. Can supply oils or ointments to reduce discomfort. Gave ED electronic relationship aid demonstration vids to use as necessary.
This is a lot. Wow, Mordin's invested.
Wait a minute, Morden. You're just yanking me around, aren't you?
Shocking suggestion. Doctor-patient confidentiality, a sacred trust. Would never dream. Mockery? Enjoy yourself while possible, Shepard. We'll be here studying cell reproduction. Much simpler, less alcohol and mood music required.
He's absolutely grinning throughout that whole talk.
Shepard, how can I help?
I'll let you work.
I'll be here if you need me.
Great. Does the whole ship know? Has Garrus been talking? Because I don't think I've been talking. Can't talk to Jacob yet. Not ready. Still have a thing to do. Let's go talk to Zaid now that we've ruined Zaid's chance for revenge. Well, yeah, I mean, of course Edie knows. Edie knows everything. It happens on her ship. Why wouldn't Edie know? It must have been Kelly. It might have been Kelly, actually. Kelly might know. I bet Garrus would go to Kelly for advice. That wouldn't surprise me. Where am I? Go talk to Thane a bit more.
Do you need something?
Just here to
Have
chat.
a few minutes to talk?
Of course, Shepard. Join me.
I've been thinking about you.
And I you. But it's occurred to me that I might not be foremost in your mind.
That's accurate. Oh, that's what this is. Okay.
I'm sorry, Thane. I don't think we should continue this.
I'm under no illusions. My body's time grows short. If you change your mind, I will wait.
I see. Okay. Okay. So, there's no further conversations with Thane unless I am flirting. Which, I am not convinced that I am flirting with Thane. We should go talk to Miranda, though. Like, the last talk with Miranda was
Commander,
productive.
what can I do for you?
Do you have a minute, Miranda?
There's a lot to do, Shepard. Maybe another time.
I'll let you work.
Of course, Commander.
And I feel like Garrus is just going to be the same, like, I have the chance to back out, and if I don't want to back out, then the conversation doesn't change. Alright, Zaid.
Back for another lesson. Tough fight on Horizon. I fought slavers and kidnappers.
Oh, yeah, he doesn't have actual, like, dialogue things,
Some
does
slavers
he?
took a little girl on a colony in the Skepsis system. Girl woke up, fought her way out, got picked up by my band well on her way to Omega. 8 years old. She'd have had no chance on Horizon. Collectors and Protheans. It's all about
So this
my
is all
pay
stuff
grade.
that I could have gotten
I'm
had
more
I
used to putting
decided
down
to come by and
rebellions,
chat with him.
tracking down bastards who didn't pay their gambling debts. Still, even I know a galaxy-shaking revelation when I hear one. Makes fighting land wars for pay seem small time.
I mean, comparatively, it kind of is.
I should let you go. Talk more later.
All right, yeah, that's about it. Surveillance. All right, cameras. Not a patch on the Shadow Broker's surveillance, but you know, we do what we can with what we have.
So, Gabby, what do you think of our new Quarian boss?
Hush, she's right over there.
She can't hear us with her head in that bucket. Don't get me wrong, it's a beautiful bucket. The whole suit is lovely, quite snug.
Oh, Donnelly's such an asshole.
You know I can hear you.
I'm kind of surprised that Donnelly is such an asshole.
Shepard, what can I do for you?
Have you got time to talk?
I really need to clean up this engine.
Right, maybe later.
I'll let you work.
Talk to you later.
Presumably Jack has nothing new that she wants to say. That is what I would expect here.
Hey.
Tell me about you, Jack. What are you up to?
Still checking out
Oh,
your ship.
not done yet.
Wouldn't mind putting her through her paces when you're not around.
I doubt Joker would appreciate that. At least not while we're working.
Relax. Joyriding doesn't have the thrill it used to. Besides, if I wanted it, I'd take it.
That's,
I've been around. Ran with gangs, wiped out some gangs, joined a cult. Kept the haircut. I learned how to survive and not be a victim.
Kept the haircut. I mean, it suits her.
It's hard to imagine you in a cult. That usually involves a lot of rules.
I was looking for answers. Drugs and sex and going to a better place. A better place, right. It was all about money. They wanted to take a colony, shake the suckers down to fund their spread, and guess who was their ace in the hole? They were just like the rest. Didn't give one shit about me.
I'm assuming they're all dead?
What'd you do when you found out?
What do you think?
All right.
It's hard to imagine you in a
Oh,
cult.
that's the same.
I was
okay.
looking for they were just like the rest. Didn't give one shit about me.
You must have met some good people, too.
You've seen where I came from. Everybody wants something. And because of that, everything is fair game. Murder, assault, kidnapping, drugs, stealing, arson. Done it all. And that's the boring shit.
What's the
Piracy,
exciting
theft
shit?
Of military
Oh,
craft, destruction
all right.
of the space station, and vandalism. That was a good one.
Destruction of a space station, huh? Wait, why was vandalism the
I'm
good one?
surprised you'd even mention vandalism in that bunch.
That's what the Hanar call it when you crash that space station I mentioned into one of their moons and make a new crater.
Okay, I need to hear the
Really
story
like
about
that
this
moon.
space station.
A space station? You're pushing what I can believe.
Ain't saying it was easy. Not everything is spur of the moment. Sometimes you gotta work to give people what they deserve.
Wow.
Had some people I hung with for a while. Outlaw colony. Felt like they were like me. Guess that made us a nice target. Turians think they know something about a scorched earth response. Fuck them.
Piracy.
You
huh?
were a pirate, too?
Ties in with the kidnapping. If you hijack a passenger ship and don't kill everyone, anyway. Good lesson. Simpler to just kill them all.
Military's a hard target. Bet that made you some friends.
Shouldn't have left the thing unlocked. Besides, parades are boring.
Oh.
I helped.
Just a straight up run of the mill carjacking, except it happened to be a military vehicle. Neat.
Do you ever wonder if you could have done things differently?
No.
Shouldn't
All
you?
right, great.
There's no reason I should be alive, but I am. You know why? Instinct. It's worked for me so far, and I'm not gonna change. Hey, Shepard.
Yep, no regrets.
No one's ever asked me about this shit. It's strange to talk about.
Yeah, Shepard's kind of
Thanks for
talky.
asking.
Those animations not exactly smooth there, but okay, whatever. Grunt? Shepard.
Shepard,
Just checking in. How are you doing?
I'm branching out. Got a list of enemies now. They all give me joy when I picture cutting them, crushing them. There's this one imprint, a Solarian with the... what are they? The things on his head pulled apart? Bet it caused a generation of revenge. What is that, a few weeks for them? So what did you want?
He's just wallowing in this. He's happy about this.
You know, I kind of thought connecting with your past would bring stability.
See, now we're having fun. Me remembering good deaths, and you with your funny human thing you're doing. My job is to hurt things. Direction, control, that's your job, Battlemaster. You're why I'm a soldier, not dead or crazed like an animal. Thank you, Shepard. You gave me purpose. Now let's find something big to kill.
All right. Okay, yeah, sure, that could be Grunt's story. Just very Krogan. Every other race is out here like, why aren't you better? And the Krogans are like, what are you talking about? I'm a perfect Krogan. Is that everybody? I think that's everybody. Alright, let's go do Jacob's mission. Wait, I think I have a Pragia facility update. Oh, from Cerberus. Contacting you per Elusive Man's instructions. He believed you would want to know that he had ordered Subject Zero's project shut down before the riot broke out. And I am to believe him why. Convenient for him for that to be true. Cerberus personnel arrived to find all guards dead along with most of the subjects. Any surviving children were treated for injuries, given mild amnesic treatments, and delivered to Alliance facilities as survivors of slaver attacks. A few surviving doctors were forcibly retired for their role in the project. Is forcibly retired a euphemism for killed? Per your report, the facility on Pragia has been destroyed. Yeah, right, Dr. Tabasco? It's that is interesting phrasing. Okay. Alright, Jacob. Let's go find your dad. I think we're finding his dad. Right? That's the mission? I don't remember what the mission is. Oh. Codex stuff. Founded in 2160 by the human mercenaries Zaid Masani and Vito Santiago, the Blue Suns were initially a Skylian Verge protection racket. As they expanded in numbers and influence, the two co-founders disagreed vehemently on many issues. Finally, after arguing about whether to recruit the slave-trading Batarians into their ranks, Vito ambushed Zaid and shot him in the head. Believing Zaid dead, Vito took full control of the Blue Suns and hired whatever Batarians he pleased. Soon, he had crowned one named Solum Dalsera as titular head of operations. It was a move designed to placate his Batarian investors and draw fire from would-be assassins. Worked on both counts, and the partnership has lasted to this day. Over the decades, the Suns grew into a fearsome combat force spanning dozens of planets in Citadel space, the Verge, and the Terminus systems. Knowing that a good logistical team is key to fielding an army, Vito diversified the Suns, selling arms, training, and supplies as often as taking contracts to crack skulls. Even when the Suns suffered heavy losses, Vito's entrepreneurial expertise ensured new recruits could replace the old. All that was lost was the truth. Today, only a handful of trusted mercs even know who Vito Santiago is, let alone his old partner Zaid. Interesting. Was there a thing about the Blue Suns elsewhere? Where, if anywhere, was there a thing about the Blue Suns? Organizations, maybe? Yeah, here.
Founded by notorious
Solum
Batarian
Dalsera.
slaver Solum Dalsera.
That's what I
Blue
thought.
Suns
Okay.
began as a Skillian Verge protection racket, providing genuine protection from slavers and pirates. Eventually captured by the Systems Alliance Navy, Dalsera beat almost 24 charges to be convicted on a single count of conspiracy. The slaver benefited from the tutelage of cellmate and brilliant con artist
Legal
Bernard
Security
Legit's Ledger.
Agency.
Upon release 5 years later, Dalsera incorporated
Okay. Oh, I was gonna check the journal because I wanted to know what your deal was. Travel to Aya. How do you pronounce this? Aya? Let's go with Aya. That seems easier. Alright. 10 years ago, Jacob's father went out for cigarettes and never came back. Last week, the ship's beacon sent out a distress call. Ayu. It's definitely how you pronounce it. Alright, let's find our way to a thing. A mass relay. Yep, that's the one we want. To the mass relay. Then we can go refuel and head on over to wherever it is we're going to help Jacob and his dad. Help Jacob. Rosetta Nebula. I'm in. Enoch. Place is empty.
I have detected an anomaly.
Ooh, we found an anomaly. Hell yeah. Joab is a two-mooned habitable planet that is most well known for its mass extinction event. Thousands of years ago, Job, I think Job makes more sense, was home to a primate-like spacefaring civilization, as well as abundant flora and fauna. However, this can only be deduced from time capsules put into the ground well outside habitation centers. All cities and detectable dwellings were targeted in a massive orbital bombardment that turned them into vapor. So this, presumably contemporaries of the Protheans, or more recently, bombed out of existence by not the Reapers, just average assholes. Thousands of years ago is a lot more recent than the last Reaper incursion, so maybe just bombed out of existence by random Elcor or Krogan or something. All cities and detectable dwellings were targeted in a mass orbital bombardment that turned them into vapor. The resulting dust shroud killed all photosynthetic life and all fauna dependent on it. Today, humans have recolonized the planet and are rapidly introducing their own species, beginning with cyanobacteria and heterotrophic bacteria to bring a suitable level of oxygen and nitrogen for respiration. Travel advisory! Atmospheric pressure at sea level on Job is double that of Earth. Visitors with upper respiratory infections, emphysema, cancer, or a history of thoracic surgery should consult their physician before landing on Job. New Jericho.
Bastards didn't know what hit him. Coming around for a second patrol, looking for survivors. Bastards didn't know what hit him. Coming around for a second patrol.
Probe away. I have found something.
Mercenary activity detected on planet surface. Communications match Blue Sun's encoding protocols. Oh, it's kicking their ass. I love beating up on Blue Suns. Possible location for rumored site of illegal archaeological activity. Blue Sun's intentions unknown. Well, this is depleted, but as long as we're here, we might as well check it out. Look who's loyal. Okay, so this is Samara, the Justicar, and this is unclear who could possibly be joining us in this spot. Let's bring Kasumi and Garrus, yeah? Sounds delightful. Oh, I got 3 points to spend. Do I spend it on disruptor ammo? Tactical cloak? Half a second? I'm saving it for incinerate. 1 point. Nope. 0 points. Dang, Kasumi. How do you have 0 points? Didn't we just get a point? I don't think I spent it. Weird. Weird. Hey, look, a Batarian. I think we shoot Batarians on sight. Nothing of value was lost. All Batarians are assholes. Entire race is KOS. Got area overload and regular overload, so maybe we'll do it like this. It'll be Garrus's overload instead of Kasumi's overload. Kasumi will just flashbang people. Retrieve the artifact. Sure, I love artifacts. Hello? Can I just shoot them, please?
Scoped and dropped!
Going silent.
Firing a high-impact shot.
Did I do the ME1 mission where Batarians aim an entire asteroid on Earth? I think I did.
Lights out.
Wow, getting hit by the flashbang is wild. Just pops him up. That's so cool. Oh, that looks like lootables. Hang on. We'll go inside once I am done looting the place. Yo, Ezo? What a find. 175 Ezo. Hell yeah. I'm gonna steal their Makos. Alright, 300 total Ezo. We're almost getting somewhere. Excuse me? Oh, an entirely separate area. Okay. Ah, miss.
Never saw me coming.
Down you go.
Lights out.
Scoped and dropped. Scoped and dropped.
Yeah, you keep saying that, buddy. Got him. Oh, this is really wide open. A lot of paths. What's going on here? So many places to go. So many Batarians' personal belongings to steal. Outgoing message. Request for aid. Hope you are doing well. We require your services once again in the transport of ourselves, our equipment, and our artifact. Dispatched our representative to meet with you regarding the details of the transaction. Given the sensitive nature of our cargo, we expect discretion. Of course, you can count on us to offer you escort and transportation. Commander Vito Santiago. Wow, everybody knows about Vito. Now that we have seen Vito's name, like everybody just knows who Vito is.
Boots under attack! Engaging hostiles!
The hell? He was just washing his hands or something? I mean, at least that, right? Good thing, TBH. This is... Oh, okay. So those two things just connect, and this is the only way forward. All right, well, that's typical. Sure. One more door.
Going dark.
They're hiding behind a fragile crate.
Going silent.
There's the target!
Yeah, it didn't last long. No need to waste my missiles on this idiot. I saw a health bar, but I don't know who it belonged to. Kasumi, get back here.
Got it.
Go walking into danger like that.
Affirmative.
You got it.
Right behind you.
Done.
Understood. Scratch one!
Lieutenant Locke. Yo, he had a
Less to
name?
worry about.
That was pretty smooth, actually. No problem. Once the artifact is secured and in transit, your orders are to take your men and rendezvous with Captain Voorhis aboard the MSV Strontium Mule in the Aaron Larkin system in the Omega Nebula. Assist Voorhis with the capture if needed. So we got to go to the Strontium Mule at some point in the near future if we want to follow up on this. I guess they've already cleaned out of here. I mean, other than all of the Blue Suns we just killed. Prothean video log. Oh, wow. Okay, that's a big deal. Random Prothean artifacts? I guess. Wow, it's been a while since I've seen one of these. Yep, here we go. These download protocols don't feel very safe. What have I learned? Recovered Prothean relic, eliminated Blue Sun's presence at dig site. Sure. Experience gained, not much. Some credits, some Ezo. Alright, fairly minor mission with fairly minor rewards. The Prothean relic thing feels like that should matter a bit more. Like that should be, you know, kind of a major storyline piece. But,
Commander, you've received a new message at your private terminal.
apparently it's not a big deal. Blue Sun's activity traced. Yeah, let's hack him up. We did a little due diligence on this Lieutenant Locke and his rendezvous with a Captain Voorhis. The coordinates we obtained as the last known location of the MSV Strontium Mule has been added to your galaxy map. Turns out that the mule is carrying valuable cargo, including intel of a sensitive nature. We'd like you to track down the Strontium Mule and recover that cargo. Please pass the information to us, and you can keep any other item of value you may find. Do what you will with the Blue Suns. All right. So that thing that we were going to do, we are now being asked to do it. Okay. Anything else to talk about while we're here?
How may I help you, Commander?
Is there anything I should know?
Nothing right now. Anything else, Commander?
That'll be all.
Take care.
All right, Morden. You got any more jokes? Morden the Joker?
Shepard, how can I help?
Have you got a minute to talk?
Yes, personal matters on mind, actually. Got call from nephew. Promising geneticist himself. Just turned 16, got tenure at university. Following in my footsteps. Had to lie about what I was doing. Think he was suspicious. Doesn't matter. Still good to hear his voice.
Good to talk with you. No, we should ask questions.
Does anyone in your family know about what you really did for the government?
No. No, I'm lying, but won't pry. Solarians curious as a people, but also have social cues. Keep two types of secrets from family. First type, personal or guilt-based. Invite suspicion, exploration, puzzle to be solved. Reward for curiosity, intelligence, drama. Other secrets, more serious. Dangerous if discovered. Signals discourage curiosity for protection of family.
Why wouldn't everyone give clues that their secrets were too dangerous to be uncovered?
Not conscious. Social, reflexive body language. Can't fake it. Example. Yawning perceived as contagious among humans.
Yeah, okay.
Subject observes yawn, sensory input deactivates left periamygdalar region, subject yawns in response. Social empathy. Also works with dogs. Salarian
Okay.
faking signals to discourage curiosity, similar to human faking a yawn. Can try, but effectiveness limited.
Fascinating. Oh, so Solarian culture is actually really neat.
Your nephew got tenure at 16? Is he a genius or a scientific prodigy?
No, wait. Don't want to insult him. Yes, but not in manner you meant. Remember, Solarian lives short, mature rapidly by your standards, don't live much past 40.
Right. So 16 is closer to like 30 in human years.
Are you calling him because you're worried we won't make it back?
No, aware survival unlikely, but actually contacted him for family connection. Hard to imagine galaxy. Too many people, faceless, statistics easy to depersonalize. Good when doing unpleasant work. For this fight, want personal connection. Can't anthropomorphize galaxy, but can think of favorite nephew. Fighting for him.
Wow. That's cool. The personal touch for Mordin.
I'm glad you got to talk to family before we finish this. And I'm glad we talked too, Mordin.
Honored to be part of this, Shepard. Helped preserve Galaxy before with Genophage. Dirty work. Ethically ambiguous. Problematic. Collector's mission simpler, cleaner. We'll be proud to see it in Mordin's Solus biography vid. Unless we all die. Proud posthumously, in that case.
Well,
regardless.
you know, you do what you can.
Thank you.
You know, if we all die, you won't be able to get to see your biology vid, but that's how it goes sometimes. Nothing new. Still not trying to talk to Jacob. I feel like there's nothing new out of Joker, right? We've done all of the Joker talking. Joker and Edie's conversations have kind of run their course at this point.
Commander.
I assume everything's going well up here?
Good for now. Fractured my thumb on the mute, but I think I made my point.
That's it for now.
See you, Commander.
Yep, nothing new. Jacob is here, but that's not helpful. Who else? Miranda told us she was busy last time. Crew quarters. Well, I think they finished their conversations here too, right? Alright, good night, Elliot. Thanks for dropping by. Always good to have you around.
Do you need something?
You mind if I ask you a few questions?
Not at all.
I think I've already talked. I'm pretty sure I have already investigated all of the investigate options.
As you will, Siha.
Costume, you have anything interesting to
There
say?
you are.
Here I am.
I can see why Jack is the way she is. I don't like it, but I get it. You really dodged a bullet down there. It took guts to stand up to Zaid, but I'm glad you did.
Oh yeah, she was on the mission too, huh?
I'm really glad you got Tally out of trouble with the migrant fleet. It's hard to see her upset.
Yeah, we do like Tally.
Come back later. I'm sure I'll have more to talk about.
Okay, sounds like a plan. Miranda probably doesn't have anything to say, but we'll check anyway.
Commander, what can I do for you?
Do you have a minute, Miranda?
There's a lot to do, Shepard. Maybe another time.
I'll let you work.
Of course, Commander.
Yeah, and it feels like any future Thane conversations are just flirting, so I kind of don't really want to go too in-depth over there. Is Grunt gonna keep having new things to say? Grunt's pretty cool.
Shepard.
Just checking in. How are you doing?
Battlemaster, I have everything. Clan, kin, and enemies to fight.
That's all,
All right,
for now.
cool.
Shepard.
He's got it all. Oh, I'm happy for him.
Kenneth, do you think we'll make it through this?
Of course we will, Gabby.
I mean, as long as we take down the collectors, it's all worth it. Even if we don't make it.
Don't even think that. We'll make it through.
Ah, not surprisingly, not an asshole comment from Donnelly.
Shepard, what can I do for you?
This is probably
You
nothing.
got time to talk?
I really need
Yeah,
to clean up
that's
this engine.
expected.
Maybe later?
I'll let you work.
Talk to you later.
Jack has had things to say, but that might be the end of Jack's commentary. Try it. Everyone in calibration mode. Yeah, I mean, I've been spending a lot of time talking to him. We've mostly been doing minor stuff, so not a lot of plot
Tell me
advancement.
something I don't know about you.
Oh, this is
Nothing
new.
to tell. Why? I want to know more, and I'm not going away.
I'm here to fight for you.
Wow.
Nothing says we have to be friends, but whatever. Something you don't know, huh? Obvious stuff like what's up with my ink, or something else just as boring. You're not really interested unless it affects you. I've been through all this shit before.
I could be genuine. You have no way of knowing.
I have eyes and I have history. You'll back off as soon as you realize you're not the first, and I'm immune to your help.
I'll bite. What's with the tattoos?
Some are for prisons I've been in. Some are for kills. You know, good ones. Some are for things I've lost. Those aren't your business. They're nobody's business. And some are because, hey, why the fuck not?
Okay.
You work pretty hard at not letting people get close.
I've been with lots of people. If you're asking about a boyfriend or a girlfriend, no. It's a waste of time and it never works. You let someone get that close, it just means they need a shorter knife. Lonely and alive works just fine, thanks.
Seems like you miss it a little more than you want to admit.
Pick every little word apart if you want, but it doesn't change the way the galaxy works. Come on, you've been around.
You've been around. As if Jack thinks that experience is universal.
Tough. But you can't have survived alone all these years.
When I was starting out, I ran with this girl Minara and her boyfriend. They knew their way around. I thought they'd help me. Right. They helped me into their bed. And when we finally did take down something big, they helped themselves to my share of the take. I knew where it was heading. And I got them first. Never bothered with friends after that.
They sound like selfish pricks. That doesn't mean they were gonna kill you.
I get feelings. I don't need proof. I did the smart thing. I always do the smart thing if people fuck with me. That's probably something you should remember.
Hang on. If people fuck with you or if people fuck you? Because that feels very praying mantis.
I have to go. But we should do this again.
Wait. My turn with the questions. People usually walk by now. Why are you really asking all these things? What's your game, Shepard?
Always top text until it's gonna get me into trouble.
Someone like you.
Whatever. It'll come back to what you can take. It always does.
Okay.
Later, Shepard.
Wow, so definitely building into something with Jack. I don't know where the thing with Jack is going, but it's definitely going somewhere. Should we go talk to Zaid?
Back for more?
Yeah?
Jack, Subject Zero, whatever you call her. Hell of a girl.
Yeah.
Could have used a
Try your luck.
little bitch like that 10 years ago when we dropped blind into the Krogan DMZ. Took out a lot of Krogan that day, but we lost way too many men.
Okay, so he's purely speaking about her destructive power. In which case, yeah, hell of a girl.
I've done a lot of crazy things, but I never tried to take on a Thresher Maw on foot before. Standard operating procedure when you get a Thresher Maw is run the hell away. Pick up sticks, move the hell out. Krogan don't know any better, I guess. Still, hell of a fight.
Hell of a fight, accurate.
I should let you go. Talk more later.
Yeah, I'll keep coming in and out for this. This is good. This is good content. All right. Time to go help Jacob? Maybe time to go help Jacob. Before we go help Jacob, I think it is time to take my usual stream break. I've been going for just about 2 hours here, so it seems like as good a time as any to get up, walk around, refill water, etc. So I will do exactly that. You can have some music while I'm gone, and let me say thanks for coming, thanks for hanging out. There will be more Mass Effect in a bit. In the meantime, if you are new to the stream and having a good time, I would love a follow. And if you want something to do while I'm gone, feel free to check out my Discord. I'll be back in a bit. Thanks for hanging out. All right, I am back. Thank you for your patience. Yeah, actually, I deliberately did it so it didn't have an exclamation mark. So if people are just talking about Garrus, Nightbot will interject. I did the same thing with Joker, and I might do that more with certain other specific references, but I think it's funnier that way. Anyway, yeah, I am back. Let's pause the music and get back into the game. All right, so Jacob, how can I help you? I guess we gotta let's clean up Enoch first. I don't know what else we got out here, but there's other planets. Might as well check them out. Laban, this desert world with sea upon sea of scorching hot iron oxide, wearing away marbleized glyphs. Yeah, okay, the planet looks pretty rusty. Its atmosphere is thick and layered with significant levels of oxygen trapped under an upper helium layer. Initially, surveyors detected traces of iridium from orbit, only to find a surprising archaeological discovery. The iridium came from bunkers on the surface, blown apart by a Dreadnought-class weapon. The logical conclusion was that the civilization on Job had reached Laban, and its outposts here were destroyed to make their extermination complete. Wow. Sucks to be a Jobian. Hey, Ezo! What a deal. What a haul. Okay, so far, both of these planets have been biblical references. Who named these planets? I mean, I guess if the system is called Enoch, then yeah, they're all going to be biblical references, aren't they? Mizraim, yup. A small gas giant, Mizraim is primarily hydrogen and methane around a rocky core. There is no remaining trace of the civilization from Job on Mizraim itself, but debris orbiting the planet... I finally figured out the reference. Now I know what this name is. But debris orbiting the planet indicates that artificial satellites were once in place before being destroyed. Man, lots of Element Zero around here. That's cool. I guess that's what happens when you blow up an old civilization. Mitzrayim. It's the Hebrew name for Egypt. Goliath. Okay, no, I get that reference. A hydrogen-helium gas giant, Goliath's orbit takes it near the system's mass relay, a useful event for drive core discharges and automated helium-3 refueling platforms. Unfortunately, its orbit is currently taking it away from the relay, and it will continue this inconvenience for the next 3 galactic standard years. Inconvenience. What a lovely way of putting it.
Probe launched.
Give me your resources. Alright, and now to Alpha Draconis. A place where we can help Jacob. (2175) AR2, still formerly unnamed. This planet is a hydrogen-helium gas giant with 21 moon-sized objects. What a lot of moon-sized objects.
Launching probe.
(2175) Aya. Alright.
Anomaly detected.
Aha! Named after an Asari scientist, this remote planet appears to have been on the list of forbidden mass relays that led to uncharted space. The little data available comes from one far-off probe flyby that reports 2 planets orbiting a white dwarf star. Is that the system? Your own scans yield far more interesting results. The planet is within the habitable zone of the star. It has oceans of liquid water and a thin nitrogen-oxygen atmosphere consistent with carbon-based plant life. It's possible this is an as-yet unexplored garden world.
General distress. MSV Hugo Gernsback. Registration BW46.
Oh, yeah, the beacon.
100-340-87. Impact and unscheduled suborbital deceleration recorded. General distress. MSV.
Launching probe. I have found something.
Yeah, you bet you have. Alright, let's find out what's going on. So Jacob's coming. Who else are we bringing with us? Tali? Kasumi? Not Zaid. Zaid can stay home. Screw you, buddy. Jack for no particular reason? I don't think I care about anything in particular here. Anyone in particular here. We haven't really used Jacob very often. So I don't know what kind of things he brings to the table. I'm not too worried about, like, synthetics, which would be the reason to bring Mordin or Garrus, or even Tali. Let's bring Grunt. We haven't brought Grunt on a mission in a while. Three points! That's still not enough for Incinerate. Grunt's got 2 points. Spend it on Fortification, probably? Reinforces armor with a non-Newtonian fluid that hardens when struck, providing a brief, huge bonus. Well, that is a huge bonus. I'm not sure I care. I guess let's wait and then load up on incendiary ammo. Meanwhile, I haven't used Jacob in years. 14 squad points. Yeah, that fits. Well, let's give you some weapon damage. That seems real. And then... what does this do? Pull field, if we wanted to spend the points on pull. Or just up his... Actually, we get to 3 on both of these, and then decide which one I want to go to 4 on. Pull field. AoE is cool. An explosive charge spreads the ammunition's payload on impact, potentially igniting the target and all nearby enemies. Entire squad gains the effect of your incendiaries. Wow. Wow, that's kind of rad, actually. Yeah, okay. Squad ammo. Squad up. Burst radius is neat, but everybody gaining this is pretty huge. Oh, but it's still until overridden by another ammo power, right? Everybody has their own ammo powers. Actually, back up. Does Grunt have his own ammo powers? He does. He has incendiary ammo. And Shepard also has her own ammo powers. She has disruptor ammo. So actually, that doesn't matter, and we should make it burst fire instead. Everybody's got their own ammo powers. We don't need you to give them Inferno ammo. Nice planet, though. You love to see a planet with palm trees like this. Look at those moons. My god. That's so pretty.
I have run a scan of the ship. I detect no life signs, but there may be useful technology or information still inside.
Okay, let's check things out, I suppose. Yeah, the ship definitely wrecked. That I would call that a wrecked ship. That ship is looking pretty wrecked. No life signs, though. That's unfortunate. Poor Jacob.
There it is, and mostly intact. They could have survived impact, but it's been years.
What do you mean it's been years? The beacon went off a week ago.
Looks like it was stripped after the crash. They'd have tried to get a beacon up as soon as possible.
What is this? Activated beacon VI. Oh, wait, spare parts. I love salvaging parts. Does look like it was stripped.
Toxology alert. Danger of rapid neural decay. Local flora chemically incompatible with human physiology. Override. Beacon resumed. Pause time 8 years, 237 days, 7 hours.
What? This crashed here 2 years ago? Or 8 years ago?
From the look of it, this beacon's been here a while. Why would they wait years to signal?
Pause in beacon protocol. 8 years, 237 days, 7 hours. Pause is recorded as record deleted. by Acting Captain Ronald Taylor.
That's not right. My father was first officer.
Ronald Taylor was promoted under emergency command protocols. Other flagged issues: unsafe deceleration,
Unsafe
local food and neural
deceleration.
decay, beacon activation protocols.
Unsafe that sounds like a crash. That's what that sounds like.
I assume unsafe deceleration refers to the crash. Give me the details.
Following an unspecified impact and sublight drive failure, the Hugo Gernsback made an unscheduled descent at 465% of theoretical recommended suborbital velocity. The Hugo Gernsback then decelerated at 782% of theoretical recommended approach velocity, sustaining significant damage to investment and crew.
Theoretical recommended approach velocity. You should have. I love the idea of the VI going, you should have decelerated slower, and they're like, we crashed into the planet. What were we supposed to do?
Why are you comparing the crash to theoretical speeds?
The Hugo Gernsback was constructed off-world. It is not rated for suborbital descent, and doing so exceeded operational parameters.
Who is in command of this ship? Where are the survivors?
Captain Harris Fairchild reported killed following unscheduled suborbital descent. First Officer Ronald Taylor promoted in-field to acting captain.
But where is he now?
The location of the remaining crew of the Hugo Gernsback is unknown. This beacon has been unattended for several maintenance cycles.
Local food impairs brain functions? What are the effects?
Impairment of mental function due to chemical imbalance begins within 7 days of ingesting local flora, regardless of decontamination or preparation. Impact on higher cognitive abilities and long-term memory is cumulative, but significant within a standard month. It is not known if neural decay is permanent. Data collection was not completed.
That's bad news.
Why wasn't the beacon activated before now?
This emergency beacon became functional after 358 days, 12 hours. Following the unscheduled suborbital descent of the Hugo
Unscheduled
Gernsback,
suborbital
activation was triggered
descent.
remotely after 8 years, 237 days, 7 hours, on the authority of Acting Captain Ronald Taylor. Pause in beacon protocol is recorded as record deleted.
Come on, let's get going.
All right, so it sounds like it was deliberately
My father had the
activated.
beacon for almost 9 years. Maybe that neural decay affected him.
That long? He's got it.
Along with this anymore. We've done horrible things to the crew. The conditions they're in, they don't understand what we're doing to them. Distract them for 2 seconds and they forget what you did before the bruises show. It's got to stop. I'm talking to the others as soon as...
That sounds bad. Before the bruises show? Bruises. What? Hang on. I'm gonna listen to that again.
Along with this anymore. We've done horrible things to the crew. The conditions they're in, they don't understand what we're doing to them. Distract them for 2 seconds and they forget what you did before the bruises show. It's got to stop. I'm talking to the others as soon as...
Well, that sounds pretty atrocious, actually. Like, if the neural decay has led to them just treating the crew as slave labor, but then that means some people weren't affected by the neural decay?
You came from the sky? The leader said someone would come. He delayed for so long, but he still has power. Some have lost faith. The hunters. They will have seen your star. They will not let you help him.
What are you talking about? You're not making sense.
I don't remember how to say it. He's our leader and we serve so we can go home. But some want to fight him. They were cast out. He exiled them, so they hunt his machines and those who help him. They don't believe that rescue will come.
Watch out!
Hunters, they won't stop until the leader is dead.
Kill them! Agents of the liar! He will not escape!
Wow. Okay, so this is some, like, feral hunter. Okay. So they've absolutely lost cognitive faculties, but they still know how to shoot. So that's cool for them, I guess. And they all look the same, which is kind of funny. Well, there's a lot of them.
I've got him.
Set the anti-material rifle to stun. Yeah, I'll get right on that.
Nothing can hurt me! Those humans were not decaying. They were feral.
My father wouldn't let this go on. Something is very wrong.
Yeah, Grunt would know what feral looks like. One could reasonably argue that all Krogan are feral. What is
You
your
killed
deal?
them, but there are more every day. They want to fight, but I just want to go home.
She's lost it. We need to find someone who can make sense of this.
I guess that means we should investigate the ship. I figured the ship would have plot on it, but maybe not. Sounds like this is plot. Yes, okay, so let's check out the ship. Insofar as we can. Yeah, she's talking like a sheltered child, right? Like, you know, somebody raised in a cult house with no exposure to the outside world. Oh, wow.
She even threatened to report if I didn't stop sending messages. But now she's so innocent. They all are. And look she gives when she smiles. It's sure easier now. What's the harm? We're stuck here.
Oh, that's super gross. Okay, so there's some people that suffered from this neural decay, and some people that didn't. Presumably very few people that didn't. Yeah, that's super gross.
What was her name? Sarah? Suzanne? My God, I can't remember. I can't remember her face. We need to get out. So I can remember. Can think straight. They have to hurry.
This appears to have gone poorly for a lot of people. But hey, at least I can steal their money.
Expect the luxury of due process, but this isn't a military ship. Just bumping the command line up a notch doesn't work. Captain Fairchild knew this crew. His replacement doesn't command the same level of respect. I'm hoping the man has it in him.
Okay. Is that all we can get out of here? There's not that much here. I guess it's all blocked off with debris and such. Yeah, this place doesn't look super habitable either. Alright, well, let's go shoot some more feral hunters. 'Cause I gotta admit, I don't particularly like the society that they seem to have built up here. Alright, you turn on your ammo. You're already using your ammo. So this is what we got. We got a concussive blast, and we got pull. And you'll fire off your fortification whatever you want, and that's fine. And mostly we're shooting people that die in one hit anyway. So not particularly threatening. Don't need to worry too much about crowd control.
Strip for parts. Tech's wearing out. Those hunters must be laying on the pressure. Is that a settlement?
Feral hunters.
They better be friendlier than the beach group. I need answers.
It's all women? This just got extra creepy.
Dim, but from the same clan that attacked us.
There aren't any men here. Maybe it affects genders differently? Makes males get violent.
If the males were exiled, they die or get stronger. How else should it be?
It doesn't matter right now. One of these people must know what my father has to do with this.
You have his face. He promised to call the sky, but he sends nothing.
He forced us to eat, to decay. You are cursed with his face.
Forced us to eat, to decay. Yup, this is in fact extra creepy.
Not the best reaction to the family resemblance, Jacob.
Why would my father force his crew to eat toxic food? Whatever's happening here needs to stop.
Agreed.
Look at these spoiled food stores. They've been eating only that toxic local food for who knows how long. Like that wasn't obvious enough.
We can talk to them? This doesn't seem like it's gonna go super well.
He has a cruel face. His cruel face.
Go away. You are like him. You will keep us here.
I can't talk to you. I don't want punishing.
Ooh. Yeah, this is some, like, the worst kind of post-apocalyptic assumptions about the depths of humanity. Just, like, the moment there's no control over... The moment there's no, overarching government or anything, the moment it breaks down, it all becomes total anarchy. And, like...
He keeps us.
The worst kind of, like, Mad Max, Handmaiden's
like
Tale
we demand.
BS.
He is bad. He has a bad face like the other. Like him. You'll hurt me.
Which vault number is this, right?
Your captain demands weapons are forbidden.
Excuse me. Wanted to hack it. There we go.
Tactics like this are fit for prisoners, not your own clan.
Well, that would make them hate him. Maybe it was just for...
Please, here. You could end it.
Excuse me?
You have his face. But you fight his machines. You might stop this. This, I forget how to read. But this was the start. What he promised, and what they did to us. We need the sky. Take us back to the sky.
Jacob, what does it say?
It's a crew logbook. Some of them thought the beacon repair was taking too long. They were afraid they'd run out of supplies and lose their minds to the decay. My father restricted the ship food for himself and the other officers so they wouldn't be affected. Everybody else had to eat the toxic food and hope for treatment later. The rest is a casualty list. A few mutinied over the decision. My father and his officers turned the mechs...
Oh, your father sounds like a pretty terrible dude.
He wasn't command material and it got to him. Couldn't keep the crew in line without violence.
It didn't stop there. More incidents, harsh punishments. It's like they're cattle or toys. In a year,
gross.
All the male crew members are flagged as exiled or dead. They separated out the women, assigned them to officers like pets. And
Extra
after the beacon
gross.
is fixed, the officers appear in the casualties too. After, my father took control and didn't stop it.
We haven't seen any other officers. He killed them?
There were 5 after the crash. Medical, engineering, bridge staff. Should have had no problem fixing the beacon and keeping people safe. All killed within the same week. About a month after the beacon was repaired.
Yeah, this is very heinous. This is The comparison I want to make is Lord of the Flies. Lord of the Flies, is that the book with the conch? Lord of the Flies? I think it is. It's since been proven that people don't actually work that way most of the time.
Anything in there about whether the effects of the toxic food can be treated?
Nothing.
You haven't read it, fair enough.
But it seems like the right call.
Just not sure if I remember
If
the right
everyone
title.
gets it, who's left to fix the beacon? You'd never get out, but they did fix it. And the signal wasn't sent until now. I'm starting to see why.
Does it say why he separated the men and women? Or is it as bad as it seems?
No, it turns to gibberish. Maybe the men got violent early on, but from the state of this place, I'd say the Hunter thing is recent. What he allowed here, Shepard, I don't see any justification.
Do you see an explanation for this? He's your father.
Is he? None of this fits. Maybe the initial decision, but the rest? Abuse of power doesn't get any clearer than this. I need to find this man.
Yeah, okay. Alright. I need to finish clicking on things out here. Goodies, more goodies. Thank you for the goodies. I make no promises in how this stuff will be used.
What the hell? Somebody had to push them to make that. That's borderline worship.
Huh. I see. Okay. Alright, well, let's go kill your dad and get off this godforsaken rock. Inactive mech. Oh. Oh, okay, yeah. Get away from the exploding mechs. Cool.
This is Captain Ronald Taylor. Thank God you're here. My crew went insane. I only just got free.
I don't think that's true.
God damn it. It's really him. Just got free.
The old dead are posed. A warning. The new ones were left where they fell.
The hunters started fighting back.
The exiled, huh?
Shields have failed.
Too late! Now you're dead!
Aha. That's an attitude.
He had plenty
That's...
of choices. A little late to blame his victims.
I was gonna say, that's, Nope. There's more? Sounds like there's more. Is there loot out here? Not out there. Oops. Yeah, any shot will kill. I really don't need to be worrying about headshots.
To the left!
Come on up!
Whoa.
Careful. Critical system damage. Excuse me. Firing.
I need ammo. Where are their ammo drops?
Alert.
Okay. Had to keep them
He had
busy.
his fun, and now he wants out. Son of a bitch.
Yeah, it's not looking particularly flattering for the Elder Taylor here. Ooh.
This looks interesting.
Good, good. I've wanted more of that thing.
Hostile.
Indeed.
Impact shot.
Impact. Backup key Excuse me.
Please tell me you have this turned on. Why don't you have this turned on?
Throwing people away. This thing is not my father.
It's a little weird that he just has like this commentary of like random things that he's like. How is he communicating with us, right?
Feel the blood rain.
God. Okay, let's just find a place to hide. Oh, okay. That's a big boy. Let's... Oh, I can't.
Gravity's what feeds mother, huh?
Okay, I guess we'll res our friends.
Now you're dead.
Who's still shooting at me?
You're up.
There we go. None of that, please and thank
Enough
you.
with the toys. I need to look my father in the eye and hear him justify me.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Ammo? I need ammo. Have you got ammo drops? There we go. Some lootables here, which is nice. There was another thing, I think. If there was another thing, now I'm not seeing it. Oh, there's extra ammo out here. It was just right here the whole time. That's nice of them to have just left extra ammo lying around. Yeah, I guess we've checked it all out. Oh. That must be the guy, rather than a guard. Okay, fine. That's fine. Let's go have a chat. Honestly, I am okay if this just begins with a headshot, rather than the eventual ending with a headshot. Although maybe it just ends with a court-martial. Is there nothing else out here? Nothing to steal? I want to steal his stuff. Okay, I guess we'll just talk to him.
You're here. I knew a real squad would blow through just fine. Sorry if the mech scuffed your pads. I'll get you something nice when we get back to Alliance space. I've got to have some back pay coming.
What about your crew, acting captain?
Total loss. The toxic food turned them wild. They propped me up here in some kind of ritual behavior. Waiting for a chance to signal has been hell.
That's the best you can do?
You let all your people talk back like that? Who are you exactly?
Does he not recognize his son?
Commander Shepard of the Normandy. I believe you're acquainted with Mr. Taylor.
Taylor? Jacob? No. Not Jacob.
Why not me? Would 10 years of this look better to anyone else in the galaxy?
You have to understand, this isn't me. The realities of command, they change you. I wasn't ready for that. I made sure you were taught right. Before I left, I'd hoped to leave it at that.
I'm not unreasonable, Captain, but 10 years? What happened?
God damn it! Why did you do this to your crew?
There was resistance to the plan. Mutiny. We had to take a hard line to keep order. And things settled down. As the decay set in, we made sure the crew were comfortable.
Comfortable? That's not what that usually means.
Ignorance is bliss, right? And they were grateful for guidance, like an instinct. Pure authority was easy, at first. Months in, the effect lowered inhibitions. They got territorial. Rank, protocol, they couldn't understand. We had to establish dominance. After a while, the perks seemed normal.
That's it? You created a harem and played king? 10 years in a juvenile fantasy?
I can't point to where it all went wrong. But when the beacon was ready, revealing what happened didn't seem like a good idea.
All of this is everything about this is a problem. How is he defending himself here? How does he think this is going to work out well for him?
What triggered the males to change and threaten you?
This planet has some strange cycles to it. I've seen some plants around I never saw before. Odd weather. Maybe some just adapted a little too well.
And if you treat them like animals, big shock. They become animals.
The stores from the ship couldn't last forever. You had to know this would end one day.
Dining for one can really stretch things out. Besides, I can think of a lot worse retirement plans than stripping down and joining the Droolers. That was before the Hunters, of course. Dumb or not, I'd feel it if they got their hands on me now. They want blood. I'd prefer to keep it.
It's all about you.
That's why the beacon. They started hunting the hunters. They were docile before, and they only recently started becoming aggressive. And at that point, he was like, "Oh, they're coming to kill me. Get me out of here."
What happened to the other officers?
Anders found his conscience a little late to step back. He had an accident. Things got tense. End of the day, I was the one with the mechs.
It really doesn't paint a good picture of you. Like, why would you say this?
I was kind to my people once things settled down. Seemed like I'd earned some peace.
You fought over people like they were toys. Things.
You didn't feel any responsibility to get out of here for the sake of family?
I gave him a good start. He was a smart kid and was better off not following me. We figured that out a long time before I took jobs in deep space. And after things escalated here, it seemed best to just disappear off the galactic map.
Especially when you were living in a tropical paradise.
We can help these people. Cerberus can have ships here in days and pull everyone out.
He's not worth the fuel to haul him out or the air he's breathing. He's damn lucky I don't think he's even worth pulling the trigger. I don't know who you are, because you're not any father I remember.
We'll secure him for an Alliance court. For every year here, he'll have 10 to think about it.
Give him all the time in the galaxy. The man who did this doesn't know right from wrong.
I'm sorry, Jacob. I did the best I could.
You
I'm
really
10
didn't.
years past believing that.
You really didn't. Wow, what a mess. Survivors from Aiea are being treated by Alliance personnel with additional Cerberus support. Pleased to see Taylor unharmed psychologically by experience. Pleased to see Taylor unharmed psychologically. Jacob Taylor has dealt with his father and is now focused solely on the mission. Experience. No points, though. Alright, Jacob's barrier power unlocked. Great. A new outfit for Jacob? Great. Good for him. Some money? Not a lot of money. Got more respect for the Batarians than that guy. Batarian in human clothing. Yeah, I kind of see where you're coming from. The Batarians are fairly straightforward about their evil, and this dude is trying to couch it in, like, flowery terms and being like, no, I'm not responsible for my actions. Why would you think that?
Alliance ships are inbound to secure Captain Taylor and his crew, Commander. We'll be long gone by the time they get here.
Don't even give them the tail lights.
Roger that.
What do you mean it wasn't you?
Jacob, if I had leaked the information about the Gernsback, I would be smiling at your resolution of the situation. I am not smiling.
Nothing goes through this ship, my ship, without a report to you.
I had no more reason to believe Jacob's father was alive than he did, but I'm happy to know the situation is behind you.
Fine, you didn't forward it, so who did?
I did.
The obvious insider.
Figures. Who else could get into Cerberus channels?
It was hardly classified, just obscure. There was a time when it mattered to you. Sending this along seemed like keeping an old promise. I keep my promises.
Miranda, we'll discuss your liberal interpretation of security protocol in private. Shepard, Jacob.
Is he mad that somebody forwarded to him?
You good with this, Jacob?
It's all bull, Shepard. Captain Taylor can rot in prison. Doesn't change who I am or what I know. I've already mourned the man he used to be. I guess he was a good enough father that even he can't screw up what he taught me.
You had no idea Miranda was behind this.
No, she's got a good memory. Selective, but good. I haven't thought about those days in a long time.
Those
Can't
days.
figure which promise she meant, though. Not sure I really want to know. She requires a better man than I.
Better man than I. What does that? What does that mean? What faults are you attributing to yourself? Or did you just want out? I'd believe that too. Well, alright. Guess we keep going. Knows too much about her personal issues? Yeah. She has a lot of personal issues.
Come on, we got work to do.
Maybe that's what he means. Just somebody who's willing to put up with all of her trauma and whatever.
Thanks for the help.
Anytime, Jacob.
That's what I'm here for. Here to help. Alright, let's research this heavy pistol damage. That seems like a useful thing to do here. 6 of 6. The most heavy pistol damage. Still some researches to go pick up. We have some money, so it might be worth going back to Omega or to the Citadel in order to see what else we're missing. Hi, Kelly.
How may I help you, Commander?
Is there anything I should know?
Nothing right now. Anything else, Commander?
That'll be all.
I'll be here if you need... No messages.
Ah, no messages. Okay. Have I replenished my fish yet? I have not. Not that I would be any good at keeping them alive. I have definitely killed fish more often than I have kept them alive. So it doesn't feel like that would go super well, even if I did replenish my fish. Alright, so between Citadel, Omega, and Ilium, there are places to go in order to buy things. Our next quest is at Ilium. So maybe we'll hit up Citadel or Omega first. Spend some money. See where that takes us, and then go back to Ilium. Although we probably don't have time for whatever the full mission is to recruit the Justicar. So maybe we'll go hit up Omega and then call it there, I think. Time is an illusion. Time is an illusion that waits for no man, is really the problem. Jacob's loyal now. Who's coming with me? It doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter. Also, Jacob has new outfit. It just changes the highlights. It otherwise is the same skin tight. Which is good. Jacob really needs to show off that ass. How do I feel about the new color scheme? Orange on black? I guess so. I think this is better. Oh, and Zaid has outfits also. Again, just a palette swap. Alright, whatever. Bring Morden. Morden can come with. Morden knows his way around Omega. We'll worry about this later. We're just here to go shopping. No big deal. Low power.
Shepard.
Who are you?
Greetings. I was hoping you'd come by. I'm Ish, and this is Cell. You look like a good person to know.
Friendly faces seem hard to come by around
Who are
here.
you?
Reasonable people are more valuable than air in a place like this.
So what's going on here?
You need something?
Well, if you'd be so kind, I hoped you might consider a proposition. I need skilled, trustworthy people to take care of a little business for me. Nothing illegal, of course, but it's paying work.
What kind of business do you do?
Important business. So important that, with your help, we can change Omega.
Wow.
What do you mean, we can change Omega?
Yeah, you're gonna need to give some actual
I didn't want to
facts
say
here rather than just propaganda.
Certain people here have business deals with people throughout the galaxy. If we were to have information involving those deals, we could make some ripples around here. That's all I'll say.
That sounds like something I don't want to be involved in.
I'm listening.
I'm in the information business, specifically the buying and selling of privileged material. It's nothing illicit. I just need someone to pick up packages in certain locations and bring them to me.
The
here.
guy in the background just nodding. Yeah, nothing illicit. Definitely nothing illicit.
What's your angle?
No angle. I'm a simple businessman. What do you say?
I don't think I want to be involved in this, but also he's giving me a quest, so I do a quest, I guess.
I can do that.
My contacts use specific drop points. I need you to look outside Merib's shop on the Citadel and inside Eternity on Ilium. Look around for anything that might hold a
Right,
data package
right,
and
Doc?
bring those packages to me. Good luck, my friends.
Well, no promises, but if I'm in those areas, I might pick them up and then come back. Who knows? Creature legitimate businessman. Yeah, absolutely. He definitely looks like a legitimate businessman. If I know anything about legitimate business, it's that that guy looks like he is a legitimate businessman. Do you still have anything here? Ordnance packs. You know what? I'm just gonna buy everything. That seems like a reasonable next step. And then I don't have to worry about it. Where is the next shop? Ken Salvage is downstairs here, and Omega Market is over there. Just buy them all, and we'll sort out whether or not I want to equip them later. Yo, shotgun damage is here?
I'll take it.
Oh yeah, that's the one disguise spell, right? What is it called? Witness something or other. Could I pay his way? This is still an option.
What do you need?
Witness protection. Yeah.
How much do you need to get off Omega?
I still need 1,000 credits to pay my way.
That's it?
I couldn't let you do that.
I just bought out your shop. You're telling me you didn't make 1,000 credits on that 50,000 purchase?
Here you go. 1,000 credits. Get out of here.
Thank you. With this, I can finally continue on my pilgrimage. I'm going to buy my ticket right now. Thank you again.
And it's still a shop, though. Like, it's still his shop, even though he is now off-planet. Whatever. Alright, we have bought everything in Omega and picked up a legitimate quest from a legitimate businessman. And now we can go. How much money do I have now? 105. That's still enough to buy another big thing, if there's another big thing to buy. So I guess we go to the Citadel. Where's the Citadel? Over here in the Serpent Nebula. We actually get a cutscene of getting out of the car. Is that indicative of something about to happen?
I want to know when the next shuttle will get here.
There's one every 10 minutes.
I don't want to wait that long.
I can't make the shuttles go any faster, sir.
You humans are all racist.
I mean, maybe, but that is unrelated to the shuttle speed. Hey, Bailey, how's it going?
Yes?
Yeah, I'm good.
I should be going.
You need anything else, let me know.
Alright, where are the shops? Oh, they're everywhere. The shops are everywhere. Okay, let's start with Serta, which is this way.
I can't believe these humans. No fly lists? What did they turn this place into?
You have a name. Are you relevant to my interests?
I overheard you talking. Having a problem?
A human. Your kind is always shoving your way in to solve the galaxy's problems, aren't you?
If no one else will, yes.
I'm not sure what I did to deserve that.
You didn't. Not personally, anyway. Since your kind took over the council, they've added new security checks and travel restrictions, all to keep us safe, they claim. We've been flagged as a potential risk for Geth infiltration. They won't let us board a ship back to Asari space.
I have not heard that term before. Oh, I found some forged IDs. Aha, they want IDs. Okay.
Why would they consider you a risk? You're obviously not Geth.
I don't know. They wouldn't tell us. We got on a list somewhere for some reason, and they won't tell us anything because it's classified.
Who won't let you board a ship?
I don't know who made the decision. Some pencil pusher at the shuttleport told us. The one outside the CSEC station?
I'll see if I can get it sorted out.
I'm not holding my breath. So?
Okay, so I have the IDs, and that looks like it is a renegade option. So if I want to get renegade points, I can give them the forged IDs. Also, it sounds like I can go talk to someone outside of CSEC, and maybe use the power of blue text.
I'll be back later.
This is such a waste of my time.
Who do I need to talk to? I would rather use the power of blue text, if I have that ability. Is that Captain Bailey? Or is that a person in the front?
Yes?
Not
I
you.
should be going.
You need anything else, let me know.
Person outside CSEC? Maybe the person out here?
Can I help you, ma'am?
I talked to a couple of Asari. They say customs won't let them leave the station, but they weren't told why. Can you help me out?
I'm sorry, sir, but all matters related to station security are classified. We can't risk Geth infiltration. Revealing why someone is on a watch list might compromise the safety of CSEC's undercover agents.
Did you talk with them? Did they seem like Geth agents to you?
Well, no, but you can never be sure.
Look, miss, I've fought hundreds of Geth. I can assure you that those two aren't Geth infiltrators. The lack of flashlight heads was kind of a giveaway.
I'm not saying it makes any sense. Those are the rules I have to enforce. I can't get them cleared, but I can flag the case file for review. That will allow them to travel in the meantime. Is there anything else I can do for you?
Nope.
It's been a couple years since I passed through here. Security seems to have tightened a bit.
After the Geth attack, there was a review of security protocol. A few minor
Oh, I think
changes
I've
were
already
made to
gone through
reduce
this
the risk
dialogue
of
tree.
Geth
Okay, yeah, we've done this
infiltration.
before.
We apologize for the inconvenience.
You'd think a Geth would stand out.
Assumptions are dangerous. Be alert, be safe.
Thanks for your time.
Next.
Okay, well, great. And the forged IDs end up not mattering. I'm okay with that. Alright, Kalara Tomi.
So?
Good news. I convinced them to let you go.
You what? How did you do that?
The long pause staring at her friend.
I explained how their methods are flawed. I've fought a lot of Geth in my time.
Few have. How unexpected. We should get ready to leave. There should be another ship heading to Thessia tomorrow.
Cool. I'll take the free experience. That sounds delightful. That seems to happen to a lot of people in this game, Doc. Okay, this is not the thing I was looking for. You might be the thing I was looking for.
I'm Commander Shepard, and this is my favorite store on the Citadel.
Yep, this is the thing I was looking for. Oh my god, there's so many things here. All of it's expensive. Squad bonus 40% to shields, barriers, and armors. That sounds delightful. Alright, well, I guess I don't have the money to get everything else, but I'll purchase as much as I can with what money I have left over.
I'm Commander Shepard.
He's my baby. He's all I have left of Jacob.
I'm Commander Shepard, and this is my favorite store on the Citadel.
I know.
I just want to protect him.
I know.
I'm not being irrational, Michael.
I know.
And I have 2,000 credits to my name. Alright, I guess we're done here. You can interject those people's conversation about the baby. I feel like I've done that already. Like, I feel like I have talked to all of the people that I am capable of talking to. And I have heard that conversation multiple times. But maybe that was a new thing, that I'm suddenly able to talk to them about it. Alright, well, if I end up there again, I'll talk to them about it. In the meantime, I think I am... I am over talking to people in the Citadel. Alright, I bought some things. Let's research the things. Excuse me? I could have sworn I paid money for things. Maybe they were auto-researched? That would be weird. Alright. Well, whatever. I think at this point...
No messages for you, Commander.
Probably calling it for the night. Not really enough time to go do anything else, so we'll end it here.